We'll have a look at another example now of scale maps and diagrams, and this is example 3, and I've done this just for a little bit of fun. The diameter of the Earth is roughly 12,800 kilometers, well, sort of give or take. If this counter, okay, so if this counter represents the Earth, what would the scale factor be? How would we work that out? You might want to give this a go. If you like, you can pause the video and give it a go. In fact, just before you do, maybe let's measure the counter first, so at least you have something to work with. It could be pretty hard to, I mean, you could probably freeze the video and measure it, measure the counter somehow on screen with a plastic ruler or something, but just be careful not to scratch the screen, of course. But it's 2 centimeters. Okay, so pretty much right on the dot, 2 centimeters diameter. Okay, this counter. Okay, so if you like, you can pause the video. The counter's 2 centimeters. All right, now let's have a look at the solution. Okay, so okay, so the counter measured to be 2 centimeters. Okay, so the scale would be 2, we can make sure we put the units this time, 2 centimeters to 12,800 kilometers. However, to properly indicate a scale, the units have to be identical, in fact. So we can't use centimeters in one of the terms and then use kilometers in one of the others. They've got to be the same unit of measure. So we need to convert the kilometers into centimeters. But probably before we do that, why don't we divide why don't we divide both sides by 2? So if we, in fact, I'll just show my working out here. If we divide that by 2 and divide that by 2, we get, that's 1 centimeter to 12,800 kilometers, which is actually closer to what I want. I still, though, need to change the second number here from kilometers into centimeters. So this is like example 1 with the river. So if you go back to the video from example 1, we sort of went the other way. We had to convert centimeters into kilometers. This time around, we have to convert the kilometers back into centimeters. Okay, so kilometers. If we convert kilometers into meters, okay, so that's 1 centimeter. Okay, so if you multiply that by 1,000, okay, we can convert 12,800 kilometers into meters. Okay, and a bit of a shortcut to that would be just to add 3 more zeros. 1, 2, 3. Okay, and that's in meters. So we're getting a little bit closer now to the final answer. Next thing we need to do is convert meters now into centimeters, so that way the two terms of the scale are identical to each other. So let's multiply that by 100, okay, and we end up with 1 centimeter to 128,000,000, and we're going to add another 2 more zeros. And when we now indicate, now that the units are identical, we don't actually have to show the units now. So therefore, the scale used is 1, 2, 1, 2, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 zeros. I'll just make sure I count them correctly. Yep, and that would be the scale.